This tragedy really highlights the extreme trauma that people are going through. People who, in many cases, have spent months enduring a very dangerous journey to the United States.
She was a mother who recently arrived in New York City after crossing the southern border into the U.S. Last night, the woman took her own life inside one of the city's shelters.
Our goal is to just tell those who are going through this traumatic experience that if you need mental health assistance, we are providing that.
In recent weeks, the governor of Texas and the mayor of El Paso have both sent buses full of asylum seekers to New York City, saying their communities are overwhelmed by the number of people entering from Mexico. But now New York City is struggling to find places for all of the new migrants to stay.
11,600 asylum seekers and migrants are here in the city.
New York City is obligated by law to provide shelter to anyone who asks. Mayor Eric Adams is now considering housing the migrants on cruise ships. Monday morning, we pressed the mayor for more details.
We're just letting people know what we're thinking of and how we're going to find creative ways to solve this man-made humanitarian crisis.
We need to think about what message does this send to the people who are coming here and seeking asylum if we are literally pushing them to the margins of society, sort of sending them out of sight.
Jacqueline Simone is the policy director at the Coalition for the Homeless.
We also want to make sure that these facilities are physically accessible to people who have disabilities, as well as accessible more broadly to things like transportation and schools and immigration attorneys.
Mayor Adams says the city has not made a final decision on whether or not to use cruise ships as shelters. And City Hall lawyers are now looking into whether there's any legal action that can be taken against Texas.
We're looking at all our legal options around this entire event.